Hello friends, my name is Masood. Today we shall discuss about topic Agile tools and techniques. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in project management or product development and you want to learn about it. So let's start. First of all, I request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well so that my videos can reach to you, and also you can follow me on the Facebook page as well. Friend, Agile tools and techniques basically, first of all, we have to understand that Agile is a project management and a product development approach. Like whenever we are implementing any software based project, so there are so many techniques and approaches are available, like waterfall and Kanban and Scrum, etc. So basically Agile is a approach, or we can say a methodology which we used for implementation of a software based project, which focuses on the flexibility, collaboration and customer satisfaction. That means basically what we do, we basically focus on the iterative and incremental development. Means, like for example, we have 40 tasks in a project. Okay, so what we can do, we divide those 40 tasks into multiple chunks. Like we take first 10 tasks and then divide, then do the planning, development, testing, and then take the next 10 tasks, then take 10 tasks. So in that way basically we divide the work into incremental approach, in the iterative approach, and based on that we basically deliver the work to the customer. In that way customer gets the delivery at an early stage, we get the feedback from the customer on the early stage, and the communication or collaboration with the customer is very high. Also Agile, if you just see the term Agile, means that it is flexible, it is not rigid. So that means if there are any changes coming from the customer side, again Agile is much more flexible as compared to other technologies, other approaches like waterfall. It accepts the changes. So Agile tools and techniques. So Agile, first one is the user story. User story means, friend, the very short and a simple description or a feature or a functionality from end user's perspective. For example, for example, you want that a user can do a payment through credit card on a e-commerce website. So it is a user story. Customer can uh, can review the products on the e-commerce website. This is an customer can user can log in into the e-commerce site, for example. So all those are the example of the feature or user requirement. So normally we use a very plain language, a very simple language, to serve as a way to capture and prioritize the requirement. So the purpose of user stories help team understand the needs of the end users and prioritize development efforts accordingly. So basically what happened, that in the user story we define the user stories in a very plain language, in a very simple manner, so that the development team can just understand the requirements. Normally well, you can think of this as an Excel sheet which contains all the user stories or requirement in a very simple and a very short way. Then backlog is basically the prioritized list of features. Like same, we have the list of requirements or list of user stories. So with the discussion and from the like discussion with the customer, with the product owner, we prioritize those lists, those user stories, that we, for example, if there are 40 stories, user stories are there, 40 requirements are there. So what are the first 10 user stories which are the highest priority, which customer wants first? So that is basically the customer backlog concept, the prioritized list of features which needs to be delivered to the customer. So backlog is basically the requirements which are remaining, which are need to be delivered or delivered to the customer. So the backlog helps teams plan and prioritize work, ensuring that the most valuable features are developed first. Then sprint planning. Sprint is basically a 3 to 4 week time period in which we develop the task, we deliver the task to the customer. So sprint planning. Before starting a sprint, we do the planning for that sprint. So that means we decide in a meeting with the Scrum team and with the product owner, we decide that what task, what backlog items or user stories should be included in the sprint. For example, if there are 40 tasks in a backlog, for example, so in a sprint planning meeting we discuss that okay, we take these 10 tasks which are on the highest priority, and then how we will deliver it to the customer. Sprint planning ensures that the team is aligned on goals and commitments for the upcoming sprint. Then daily stand-up meeting. Daily stand-up meeting is basically simply a 15-minute meeting on a daily basis in which the Scrum team members sit together, or normally stand-up. It's a stand-up meeting in which they are standing and discussing what went wrong, what they have accomplished, and what are the issues and what they are planning for the next. And generally, we also discuss if there are any issues or problems they are facing, and a stand-up meeting should not be more than a 15-minute meeting. Daily stand-up facilitate communication, collaboration, and quick problem solving within the team. Then burn down charts. Burn down chart is basically a visual representation of the work remaining in a sprint or a project. They track progress over time, showing how much work has been completed and how much remains. For example, 40 tasks where needs to be delivered, okay, and 30 tasks, 30 user stories are completed and 10 are remaining. So burn down chart will be showing you that 40 have been completed and 10 tasks, 10 user stories are remaining. So burn down chart means that the things which have been completed, and main purpose of a burn down chart is to provide you a visual representation that how much work is remaining to be delivered to the customer. Retrospective. Retrospective is simply a meeting in which we discuss that what went wrong, what went well. Main purpose of retrospective doesn't mean to blame anyone. Basically, the retrospective is a session in which we discuss that these are the things which are positive which should have to be continued, and the things which are negative, it should not be continued in the next sprint. Then Kanban board. Kanban board is simply a board concept in which you can think of this having status, to do, in progress, and then, like for example, one story came uh, is exist in the to do list, then it will goes in progress and then done. So it is just simply a visual representation of a board in which you can have a clear visualization of work, manage workflow, and identify the bottlenecks. Then pair programming. Pair programming is basically the concept in which one programmer write a code and the next one is basically reviewing the code. So in that way, the quality of the work, quality of the coding is basically improved. So this is the concept of pair programming. Then driven development. Test driven development approach where automated tests are written before the actual code. The code is then written to pass the test. So it ensures that the code meets the specific requirements and makes it easier to catch and fix defects earlier in the development process. Then continuous integration and continuous delivery. Basically, continuous it involves automating the process of integrating code changes into a shared repository, that is a continuous integration, and automatically delivering software to production, that is continuous delivery. So it promotes a consistent and reliable release process, allowing teams to deliver new features and updates quickly and efficiently. So these agile tools and techniques help team embrace change, collaborate effectively, and deliver high quality products in a responsive and iterative manner. The choice of a specific tools and techniques may vary depending on the agile framework adopted by the team and the nature of the project. So friend, thank you. Thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and thanks a lot for watching.